Hello, and welcome to Fairytale Fables, a new PvP autobattler which always lurks my interest, to be honest. It is kind of similar to Storybook Brawl from what I understand, though I am aware of the game, I haven't actually played that one. The only other two games that I have played in this genre of PvP battlers was Hellfire Tactics a year ago, which unfortunately had to shut down, but I had a lot of fun with that. And also Super Autopets a few years ago. So I've been playing this for about a week now, and I have been playing around 45 games, so I do have a bit of experience here. But what makes this game very interesting is that, as you can see here, it does have two different modes, or playstyles if you like. One of them is real-time, and the other one, if you click this off, is asynchronically. And those mods each got their own separated leaderboard. Yes, right here as you can see. And what is very special about today is that today is January the 1st. Which means the leaderboard actually was reset in here. As you can see, everyone is on 4,000 here on the top. And yeah. So it was actually just 5 minutes ago this happened, so I didn't know that that would be brackets or ranks, but that is the case. I ended up with 3,333 in ranking from my 45 games, so I only dropped down to 3,000, as we can see up here in the top here. I am an expert narrator, apparently. So there it is. Yeah. What I want to do with this recording, or this series, is just to showcase the game and my miserable way, very miserable way probably, toward the top 10, I think, in the asynchronic leaderboard. Yes, I'm gonna go for the asynchronic leaderboard, and maybe next season or next reset I might go into real time, but I want to focus the asynchronically playstyle right now, as I still feel like I got a lot more to learn with a more slowed down version of the game. So let's just get into the first game here, and hopefully I can explain some of the mechanics, my decisions along the way as well, and yeah, I mean, there is a lot better players out there compared to me, with a lot more experience. So if you're looking for some in-depth building guides or stuff like that, wrong place. As I am actively avoiding looking up stuff. I don't look up stuff. I want to learn them myself. So unless I simply cannot understand a mechanic, and in that case I will look up the mechanic, or something I feel like is bugged or something, then I will find out if that's true. But otherwise, what you see here is what I gather from playing the game, and also just looking at the opponents that I'm up against. But yeah, that's it. Now, one thing that I have learned, that every time I'm seeing Brother Gamble, I should take Brother Gamble. So what you have here is 4 different characters that you can pick from. If you do not have there is a shop, right? It's a free to play, but there is a shop where you can subscribe. It's not pay to win, but you do have 30 days with all characters unlocked. And you also gain a bit extra of these crystals, which can then unlock more characters, right? And I have all of them unlocked, or I have the subscription. So I have all of them unlocked. Otherwise, you would have 2 of them locked. But yeah, so I've tried every single one of all of these. So I kind of know what they can do, all of them, just by looking at their picture. And I think, well, actually all 4 of these guys are quite good. I think I like Arias, I like Tinkerbell. I definitely like Brother Gamble. He's a very, very, very easy one to get to work. Sphinx, I do also like him, but he's a little bit harder to get to work. But Tinkerbell and Arias, pretty damn good to me. I like those 2. There are a lot of strategies going into those 2, I think. But Brother Gamble, I'll show you what I do with him. I think it's a very easy strategy, and it's usually... I haven't lost a game with him yet. I have won all of my... I think I played him 3 times, maybe 4 times. Won all of those games. I need to get extremely unlucky not to win a game here, I think. Yeah, so let's confirm that. So the good thing about asynchronic as well is that you can take your time, right? There is no timer. There's nothing. You can just sit here, talk about stuff, look at stuff, think about it, and then make your decisions. So what we're looking at here is, of course, the lobby, and it probably looks a lot like Super Brawl, or definitely looks a lot like Super Autopets, and it also looks a little bit like Hellfire Tactics, that I played last year. So we have how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 other players in the lobby. Now, the asynchronic playstyle is that these guys are real players. They're all real players, but they are not here in real time. So we have a board that they have played in the past, and depending on where you are on the leaderboard, that board is... Some of them are better than... it depends on where... It's probably... The algorithm is pretty hard probably to understand. I don't understand it. I haven't seen it. But definitely, the further you are in the leaderboard, the harder the opponent's boards are going to be. That's basically it. So with me being at 3,000, their boards are going to be better than if I was 1,000 in the rankings, obviously. So this is the four characters we can choose right now for our board. I don't like any of these options. There's also a spell, and there's an item you can choose from. And then there's reroll, you have gold, you have mana, you can log in the shop, you can start the fight, and that's about it. That's about the mechanics that there is. I mean, there is a lot of mechanics, but what we're looking at here, and what is special about the Brother Gamble, is that at the start of each fight, for every 2 lost unspent gold and mana, that's that, we do get +1/+1 permanently on that character, a random character. For each level above 2, increase that buff by 2/2. So that's gonna go crazy when we get higher up in XP. Now, I'm looking for 2 specific characters here, and I don't see any of them. What I'm looking for is a Sprout, or what I think it's... I don't remember his true name, but I think it's Sprout, or a ranged character, and none of these are ranged. This is a Black Sheep. He got no ability, but he got some decent stats. We got a Talking Frog, who we can turn into a Prince. Not that great. Well, actually, he is very good, but not with this guy. Dwarfy, which is also not something I'm not choosing here, and a Cat Angel with no abilities. We do have 1 free reroll each shop, so I think we're gonna take that and hope we're gonna find what I'm looking for. We did not. So that's a bit of a problem. That is a bit of a problem, of course. So what I think I will do is take... I think I'm actually gonna take the dog here. Or maybe the goose, because I'm very inclined to probably get rid of this goose next turn. The goose here is, for each 3 rounds you keep me, I sell for 1 more gold. So we can sell it in a couple of turns. This is not a good start. This is probably the worst start I've had with Gambler. In the other ones, I was lucky enough to get one of the 2 characters that I wanted. In this case, not so much. Well, let's start the fight and see how it works. And usually, in the first couple of rounds, we're gonna get ties. Because the characters can also attack. That means a lot of the times, it's gonna be a tie, and it was here. We actually get an upgraded goose if we take it. I don't like it. I think I'd rather reroll than... So if you can take 3 of them. If you take 3 golden goose, you can upgrade it. But I don't think that's worth it here at all. We're actually not looking for upgrades. We're just looking for specific characters, and none of them are here. And I don't think upgrading the goose is actually worth it at all. We don't find it. So here's the thing, right? We can actually make another reroll with this spell for free, but it does cost mana, which means, because of how this character works, I'll actually rather spend the gold. Well, it doesn't matter too much, actually, because we're gonna get 2... The thing is, right now, I just want that character that we are looking for. Nope. Not getting that lucky, apparently. I think I'm gonna make another reroll with gold. Yeah. Okay, well, this is definitely not how I hope it would go. I think we are gonna go on a reroll campaign here to get it, because I don't see not getting it being an option. Could take an owl, but I don't like taking the owl either. The owl is that you get a every time you use a spell, you get +1/+1 permanently, but it's actually not that great. It's not as on this character. It's not that great. I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go again. I do get a tree end, and that's one of the 2 characters that I wanted to see. I think I'm gonna lock him in. He's a scaling unit. He gets 2 health after each fight. He's not exactly the. He was actually the worst of the 2 we could get that I wanted, but he's okay, and I think we're gonna lock him in for next turn. Unfortunately, this is gonna be a little bit troublesome because I've used a lot of gold and a lot of mana, which means we don't get the buffs. But the buffs are not gonna be very good before we get to tier 3, I would say. Anyway, but we might take a bit of damage here. I am tempted to maybe sell him. We're definitely gonna reroll to see if we can find that ranged unit. We do find the ranged unit. We're gonna take her. So now we actually got the 2 that I wanted, but we also have a goose, which I do not want. And I don't really want it to get buffed, because the way this works is that it's random. But I don't... It's probably better to have it one more turn and then get the extra gold next turn we get from it. Also just to have a little bit more on the board. So we don't take as much damage, because we will probably take damage again here. Maybe. Actually, we're not gonna take damage, which is good. I didn't see if the goose actually got the buff. I think it might have. Yeah, it actually did get the buff. That's unfortunate. But I think we do sell it here. Because we're tier 3, we can actually get up to... See, here's the fun part. We can sell this goose, and we get up to 7 gold. Which means we can basically use 1 more gold or 1 more mana here. I don't really want to do that one. So I think we could also buy the shield over here, which is just a +2 health. But I'm actually more tempted to just reroll. Maybe finding another sprout or another... Especially 1 more range would be good. We don't. Could take the minor potion here, because it's almost as good as the buff. That is also interesting. I have never done that on this kind of setup, but I think that might actually be good, because we're a little bit behind. So the young capper is, when an adjacent character dies, I gain +1/+1 permanently. I don't know if I like that. I gotta think about it. I think it's okay, but it's not. We can put her in the first spot, so she's gonna attack very often, and then here like this, and that still gives us the buff 3 times, right? We got 4 gold and 2 mana, so that's gonna happen. This brother gamble thing is gonna happen 3 times, and it's a +2/+2. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna take that. I think from here on out, we're probably not gonna take anything. So I think Brother Gamble is one of the... That was a really good buff, because he got all the buffs here, the ranged unit. So that's gonna be very good, because range means she can... Well, also because she's on the first spot, she's gonna attack first. Very likely. Or 50% chance for her attacking first. So she will get more out of her health and damage pool, because she's not attacking as a normal unit, she's ranged. So she doesn't lose a lot of health in the early stages of the fight. So that's pretty good. So here we are again. We got 6 gold, 2 mana. We can reroll to maybe find a upgrade later on, but otherwise we're probably not going to use anything. Nope, we don't find anything. So here's the thing. This is a kind of a boring kind of tactic, because you don't really choose a lot in the shops. Oh wow, he got some really big units here. We are maybe going to lose this one. Yeah. Maybe not. Actually, it's fine. That was a very big board for this turn, and we still managed to get out of it. So that's pretty good. We're looking fairly good now. The only thing is, yes, young Kappa, he doesn't get the kills every single time. I'm actually tempted to take Smiling Sprout out, but Yeah, probably not. We'll keep to. So we got an extra gold here or an extra mana to spend because we are yeah, unbalanced in our. We don't get one extra buff if it is an uneven number up here. So yeah, that's a thing. So we can reroll once. And I don't really want to take this because then we would lose out on one of the buffs, but we could also take it because it's a +2/+2 that we will get if we are. But that's the thing. This buff is just as good as this buff. So why would I take this? Because that's only a chance to get the buff, right? So unless I had something that would guarantee it or double it or whatever, then I don't really see a reason to take it. But what we could take is this sword. It's just because it's basically for free, right? And put it on her. We can also sell it again later on for the same amount of gold. And start the fight. It looks like a big board, but I think we're fine here. I don't see this is not a problem. We have so high numbers that we're gonna take care of this easily. So I think the next thing we are looking for actually is in the... we can see here that we are now going into tier 4 shops. What we're looking for is a... to replace probably the Smiling Sprout here is a Yakyuk. I think it's called Yakyuk, the character. I don't see it here. And I'll show you why we want the Yakyuk in this kind of setup. Reroll? We don't see him, and I don't want to do anything else. I'm not going to go actively search for him, because I think it's better to just get maximum out of your buffs from the Gambler. Especially on the Elaine, that would be good. Getting more buffs on her. It was spread out on all 3 of them, which is also okay. But yeah, mid-game, we're really good. We are very strong mid-game. Then we got the problem with, if we don't find the Yakyuk, we could end up not winning the end game. Because it depends on the other boards, of course. But finding the Yakyuk is very important. We could also go for Juliet. There is a combination of Romeo and Juliet, obviously. But they are actually buffing each other. And if we can, you know, give her a lot of health, that would be fairly good. I am tempted to take her. I am very tempted to take her. And then a Romeo if we find it. If we can get really lucky and find a... I feel like we're already kind of in front with our setup here. I'm actually going to take her, put her... Well, we can put her out there. And let her die, probably. Probably let her die, so the young Calvert can get his buff. But we're definitely looking for a Romeo now. He's actually a tier 3, so it's a little bit harder here. Or the Yakyuk. The Yakyuk would also mean that I'm probably going to sell the Juliet, but I'm going to reroll one more time, I think, because we didn't... Yeah, we have 5 gold. We have double Yakyuk. Okay, well, she's out. And I think the Sprout is also out. I'm going to take the chance and say we can probably do without the... I don't need to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I don't want him in there. Or maybe I don't want him in there. Yeah. 22.30, 25.25. I could sell both of them, to be honest. I might take a couple of losses, but I think it would be 6, 7, 8. We could actually get both. Yeah. What we're going to do here is sell both him, and the weapon. Why? Because we can get both of them. And that's going to go crazy. We're going to lose the next fight. That's fine. We're going to lose the next fight. But everything after that, we're probably fine. We might lose 2 fights, but we're still going to have enough health to do it. Now, what is special about the Yuk the Yak here? Not the Yakyuk, but Yuk the Yak. Entrance, I gain +3/2 stats permanently for every 2 lost unspent gold and mana. That's what we're doing, right? It works with the Brother Gamble as well. So he will go massive mode. As long as we have unspent things. Right now, he doesn't get a lot because we didn't have a lot of unspent. But the next couple of turns, it's going to go crazy. Let's see, we're probably gonna lose this one. Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. It's fine. That's a gamble. We are taking a gamble with Brother Gamble here. But I don't think it's much of a gamble because right now, already now, it's 10-10, 2-2. You know? Let's reroll for another uke. But nah, we don't get it. That's the only thing we're looking for now. I think. Well, and also a couple of spells could be. There is a couple of spells, but that's not before tier 6 shops, I believe. There is a couple of spells that could be good to take as well. But for now, that's about it. Let's start the fight and just let them roll. I think we might also lose this one, but we'll see. Yeah, I think you can see here how crazy this is gonna go. Or maybe you already know this tactic. Maybe you already know all of this. Very likely you do. If you already play this game, you very likely know this. Because I think Brother Gamble is one of the best characters. Oh, it's gonna be a tie. That's also fine. But after this, I think we're good. I doubt we're gonna lose much here from here on out. Let's roll. And I think we're gonna roll again. Oh. It's probably worth it. Also because we get a tier 4 treasure, which could be good. Sure. So here comes the upgrade, and we get a treasure, right? We have 3 slots for a treasure. So we get 3 choices. Power back. It is what it is. When you buy a spell which costs at most 2 gold repeated once, every 2 times you cast a spell on a character, also cast a spell on one other random character. I think I'm taking the broken spell reflector because if I do take a spell and set it up how I think I can set it up, that will be very good because we will know exactly who is gonna get it anyway. So yeah, we can set that up. We can set that up, and again, it's probably not gonna be before tier 6 that we're gonna use it. But yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. 83, 61. Might be... No, we hit the... that was a very good hit by our ranged here. I think we might need the range behind the yak here. I mean, we could also just have her on the first bot, to be honest. She's big enough to be there. Got a couple of summonings. Well, there we go. That's good. Do some damage to him. He got 12 left. But yeah, I think we're good from here on out. Very good, actually. I am tempted to take this one to trigger the every 2 time cast. So we have it ready for when we actually really want it. Also because this +4/+4 is very likely gonna happen. So it doesn't really cost me too much to do this. So yeah, I'll take it. Put it on the ranged. Reroll. Yeah, I could actually also take this because it's gonna be 12. Is that better than that? I don't actually think so, but no, because I'm gonna lose 3 buffs by doing that, so I don't think it's actually better. Also, I need to reset it once more, so yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. I'm okay with it. Ooh, that's a big board as well, but I think ours are just a little bit harder to deal with. Also because he's ranged, and every 2 turns we basically shoot something without losing any health. So that's, yeah, usually very good. But I know exactly what this guy's going for. He's going for a cat kind of combination here. I just don't think he will get to it before he's dead. He won't get it working. But of course, this is a board that is not live. He's not live. This is a board he played in the past, right? Oh, that was a lot of stars. So there is a mechanic here with stars. You can kind of see them here on the board. That is kind of a mechanic that some of the guys out here, the characters, have. I haven't got it. Well, I've used it, but it's pretty hard to get it to work where you win with it. It's a pretty hard combination. No, we don't want to do that. We do have a Tempe, but we don't want him. The only thing we're looking for is... Actually, I'm not sure we're looking for anything right now, in all honesty. I think the only thing we really want to do is just spend our gold on buffs for them. Yeah, but we do have an uneven amount. But yeah, you know what? I don't even care. I'm not gonna roll again because I can't find anything I want. So It's all good. That's probably gonna be an angel build, which could be problematic. Oh, he's dead. I mean, we're killing him, aren't we? Yeah, he's dead. He's gone. That board is gone. So yeah, this is, again, Brother Gamble, probably one of the best characters, at least for me. Yeah, I haven't lost with him, and he seems very easy to get to work. You can even do this with other things, right? You don't specifically need the Elaine to begin with. I just feel like the ranged Elaine here is just very, very good with this combination. So we are at tier 6 now, so there is a couple of spells that I'm looking for, but I'm not going to actively search for them. So if we get them, we get them. If not, who cares? That's about it. Yeah. That's a very strange build, but this one is actually really bad for us. Because when that attacks, if we attack him, we're gonna go down to 2 health, which is kind of a hard counter. That's actually a hard counter to our tactic. So she's probably gonna be the worst character for us to meet, or the worst player to meet, but she's already on 10 health, so hopefully it's not gonna be a problem. We see another Yuke the Yak here. I think it might be worth taking it. It's a little bit late, but you know what? I'll try it just to also see how it works. There it is. That is the spell I was looking for, or one of them. So what's fun here is that well, actually, I'm tempted to actually sell the Yuke the Yak again, because he could also get the. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna sell that again. Because otherwise, this effect would maybe go on him, and this Dragon's Lesson is multiply a character's permanent attack by 2 permanently, right? So it could be on him, and then we only get, well, he had 1 damage, so it would be 2 damage. But in this case, no matter who we do it on, it's gonna double on both of them, which is crazy. There we go, right? And there is another one that is also for health, so that's the next one we're looking for. We want to do another spell soon enough, right? We want to do another spell, and then, you know, set ourselves up for the other one, the health one, or just more damage. I mean, at this stage, I don't think it matters anymore. But yeah, well, the health does. The health is very important here. So if we could get that one as well, then we're home free, I would say. Then we already win. They actually do a... Yeah, we might be having some trouble here. Ooh, yeah. That ranged. You know what? I think I want her in the back line. I think I want the Yuke the Yak to take most of the damage here from them, because I lost her a little bit too early here. I think we're gonna do that. Gain 3 health. We could do that to set ourselves up for the next broken spell reflector. Just taking a bit of health. I'm not against that. It's not great, but it's also not bad. Yeah, that one we do not want, and I'm not gonna spend any more mana here. Well, actually, we do have 1 mana to. We actually have 15 right now, so we could do that. All right, fair enough. Didn't find it. I was actually looking for that spell. Oh wait, these reflectors are only on characters. Ah, that's a mistake. Forgot about that, yeah. So it didn't actually trigger because it wasn't on a character I casted. It wasn't a spell cast on a character. Pretty stupid. That is pretty stupid. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I think we're doing fine. It's just, I like to not making any mistakes. Wow, it's actually quite big, that one. And he had the stars, so we almost actually got hit here. He might be the one we are fighting against near the end, in the very end game. I mean, we are actually in the end game. So yeah, he might have the best board here with all the stars. Yeah, that's a decent board actually. Very decent. That's not the one we're looking for. Yeah, nope. So flying the Icarus here means that we are gonna attack the back line. So I'm just gonna look, do we want to attack the back line maybe? Yeah. Yeah, we do. Because of those spiders. We definitely want to attack the back line. Those spiders are actually extremely bad for us. If we lock her here, we can see, before a character attack me, reduce their health to 2. So attacking her backline first would definitely be preferred. Even against him, killing the, if we go over and lock this one, if we go over and kill her first, that would also be preferable. So she doesn't have that 101 hit on us. So I think maybe the Icarus is actually worth taking here, just because of that. But I think I'm gonna give it to the to this guy because he got a lot of health. So that's the spider thing that I'm thinking about here. We have him surviving a bit more, so it's actually the spiders attacking us rather than we attack the spiders. So I think that's worth it. So putting an item on him. The first item I'm putting on anyone here. Yeah, sure. I mean, we have a leftover mana. Actually, no, I don't care. Nope. Oh, wait, what? Oh, we're playing against one of that is already dead. Because there was 3 players left, or 3 boards left, we're playing against one of those that are dead. So, yeah. Right. Actually, let's hope that one of them died here. One of the other 2 we were up against. I hope so. Let's see. Yeah, good. So it's actually only this guy, which is probably easier for us. Because the other guy with the spiders, that was actually horrendous for us. That was really, that's one way you can actually, you know, kind of kill off a gambler. That's definitely a hard counter. One of the ways you can do it. Yeah, we are just gonna roll here for one of the dragons. We didn't find it, so I guess we are. Guess we're just gonna go start fight here. So in this case, I don't think we are. I mean, the flying is fine, but it's not that important, to be honest. But yeah, it's great killing those as well. But yeah, we're not gonna struggle here because yeah. You can see the stars here. So when we have a hit or when someone is hitting something, these stars are gonna count down, and when the timers have counted down or the attacks have counted down, these stars are gonna be plumped out to one of our characters, like doing the attacks that the number is saying. It's a pretty funky system. I like it, but yeah, it's hard to get it to work, but actually he got it to work. He got pretty far here. This board is definitely something that got pretty far. So Mao 5 actually got it to work. We are looking for the dragon. We don't have boosts. And I'm not gonna spend any more. We're just gonna he's dead anyway. Yeah. I didn't even need that dragon, right? We're good. We're good. So that was the first game. That was the first game in the new year. Well, no, actually, I've played a couple of games in the new year. I got up early and played a couple, but anyway, it was the first one that I recorded, and it was also the first one in the new season or whatever you want to call it. After the leaderboard was reset. There we go. He's dead. -7. 7 damage to him. Victory. First game, done and dusted, first place as well. Love it. But yeah, I think Brother Gambler is one of those characters here in asynchronic kind of playstyle. If you see him, take him and do this because you're gonna win. Are very likely gonna win at least. So yeah, that is one of the best kind of tactics or strategies for the asynchronic I have seen so far. Actually, it is the best one right now for me. It's like I have 5 out of 5 wins, or 6 out of 6 wins, or something like that. It's definitely a very easy one to do, and it is also, especially if you're skipping the fights, you can do this in like 2 minutes. Bang, 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 you got it. Because you can just not roll as a lot. So it's very easy to do, it's very fast to do, and almost guaranteed wins, I would say, or very close to guaranteed wins. So yeah, there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this first little episode, and yeah, I'll be back for more. I'll definitely be back for more. I'll probably record more as well right now, but it might not come out for you guys before a day later, unless something happens. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.